What's going on, team? Welcome back. Welcome back to the podcast, episode number 36, 36, 35, one of those. I believe it's 36, but who knows? I'm blonde. I get a lot of things wrong. Welcome back. How are we? Hope we're doing fucking fantastic, because why not? I'm just going to elaborate pretty quickly. It's going to be quite a short one. Elaborate pretty quickly on an Instagram post I put up a couple of days ago. Maybe it was yesterday. I can't really remember. I lose track of days. It was just about the lost art of auto-regulation. And auto-regulation is simply listening to your body. I think many times athletes, especially, get given this program, whether it's on a piece of paper or whether it's on a computer screen, and they read it and they take it as absolute gospel, and it's just like you have to do exactly what it says on the tin, and if you stray away from that, you're never going to get anywhere. And that's just not fucking true. You got to understand that work is still work. Like, if you do some sort of work, even if it's not maximal, it's still work. You're still doing fucking work. Like an artist, for example, like if you don't create the Mona Lisa, but you're still sketching and you're still drawing and you're still painting and you're still coming up with ideas, then you're still doing some sort of work. I think my dad told me a saying way back when. It was like, son, throw enough shit against the wall, eventually something's going to stick. And it's fucking true, right? You just got to keep throwing shit against the wall, and that's what we do every time we go in the gym. We're just throwing shit against the wall. It might not be completely amazing, it might not be spectacular, it might not be the best of your ability of all time, but it's going to be the best of your ability that you can give today. And that's the whole thing. Like, we're going to give what we can today, whether that can be in half an hour, whether that can be in 3 hours, whether that's 100% of your genetic potential, or whether that's fucking 5% of your genetic potential. That really doesn't fucking matter. You're in the gym and you're working. Work is work. And I do believe people have lost that art. People have lost the art of, how are you feeling today? Like, what's going on in your life? Are you stressed out? Are you going through a breakup? Are you fucking going through an unemployed stage? Are you financially broke at the time? Are you a bit mentally unwell? Like, it doesn't really matter. Like, what is going on with your life? And if things are, in that slump, if things are in the trough, not the peak, because obviously everything in life comes in peaks and troughs. So, like, there's going to be swings and roundabouts. There's going to be ups and downs. There's going to be whatever you want to call it. But there's going to be times in your life that's going to be fucking good, and there's going to be times in your life that's going to be fucking shite. And it's just all about acknowledging that and going, okay, well, I'm going through X, Y, and Z. I'm not going to be too hard on myself if I'm not hitting 100% in the gym, because that's not going to happen. Especially if you're stressed, your natural cortisol is going to be through the fucking roof. That's your stress hormone, and that is actually catabolic. All right, so it's muscle waste, it's muscle breakdown. But anyway, that's getting into way too scientific for people that actually probably won't give a fuck, let's be honest. So it's really just being truthful to yourself, looking yourself in the mirror and going, right, what's going on in my life right now? Am I on a high? Am I on a low? What's going on? And how my body feeling as well? Because most of the time when the mind's not okay, the body's not okay either. And the other way around, if the body's not okay, the mind's not okay either. And you need to be able to look after both. And I've said it in previous episodes where, if your body's healthy but your mind isn't, you're not healthy, and vice versa. If your mind is healthy but your body isn't, you're not healthy. And there's ways of, you have to try and create that balance and helping both your mind and your body out. And sometimes you're going to go in the gym. I think we've all had it. You go in the gym and it's like, oh my God, the bar feels heavy. The fucking 2 kilo dumbbell feels heavy. Just like doing an air squat feels heavy. Everything's tight. And that's probably an off day. All right, you're probably not going to break a world record that day. You're probably not going to, load up the barbell and do something seriously impressive to yourself that day. You know what I mean? Like, it might be a day where you're like, you know what, I'm just going to have to relax and chill out. Like yesterday, for example, like, there was no way in hell I was going to go in and lift some weights. I wasn't necessarily too sore, but I just wasn't feeling it. Really was not feeling it. Body wasn't there, mind wasn't there, and I was like, you know what, I'm just going to do some like conditioning and sweat out a little bit. And that's what you need to be able to do. Just be okay with yourself and be like, okay, well, I'm just going to relax. I'm going to look after number one being yourself, the body, the mind, both of them, the synergy between the two of them. and relax about it. Don't fucking worry about it. And then you go to the other side of the spectrum, and when you feel good, don't cap yourself. Obviously, if you're feeling good quite a bit, I wouldn't like go over your program all the time. Like that would annoy me as a coach. Someone just like continuously maxing out, for example, that's just retarded. But say, for example, you feel good and it wants you to do 70 kilos, okay, for a back squat, and you feel fucking amazing. So what if you go 75, 80 kilos and you still feel good? You're still getting, you're on an on day, and when it's an on day, you fucking go, like you go. And it's been able to just distinguish the two and being okay with whatever that is. Like, obviously, we all like those on days. We all like absolutely trashing ourselves because we're a little bit, less evolved than other people. We like to fuck ourselves up in the gym, which is a little bit of a weird concept. But anyway, we get a lot of enjoyment out of it. But you also need to be okay with those days that are going to be off days, and it's going to be a little bit more relaxed. It's going to be like, okay, I'm just going to look after myself so then I can get an on day tomorrow, the day after, or next week. And it's all going to come in peaks and troughs. Your training is going to be periodization. It's going to be undulating, should I say. It's going to be undulating. So there's going to be times where it's going to be on fire, and there's going to be times where it's a little bit more relaxed. But like I said at the beginning, like, you are still doing work. You're still turning up. You're still putting in some effort, and you're still going to come back the next day and you're going to do the same thing again. Consistency beats everything, period. Honest to God, consistency beats everything, not just in the gym, but also in everything, really. Like, I remember I wanted to try and create my website. Okay, I have absolutely no idea. When I first got my laptop, I didn't know how to turn it on. I was genuinely slow as hell when it comes to technology. And, obviously I wanted to create this website, and I had no idea where to start. So what I did was every single day in the morning, I got up at stupid o'clock, but I would work a tiny bit on my website. And now it's functioning. You know what I mean? Like, it takes time, and you can't necessarily rush these things. And I think we've all rushed things in the past, and, and it's wrecked it. It's fallen to pieces. You've not built that strong foundation. You've built your foundation on the sand, not the rock. And, eventually the waves and the tide's going to come in and it's going to wash that sand away and you're just going to fall down. So it's just taking your time, and it's building up that foundation, and it's being slow with it. And just being consistent, and whatever you can give in that day, even if it's an off day, stretching is still beneficial, mobility is still beneficial, cardiovascular fitness is still beneficial, relaxing the mind is still beneficial, going for your 10-minute walks is still beneficial. That's saying that I'm actually going to go for a wee walk after this, just to get moving a little bit. I've been working on my laptop all morning, so I want to get those steps in, lead from the front, and set an example. Anyway, go off on a tangent. Yeah, it's all work, and it's all beneficial to the bigger picture. It's basically, grabbing a jigsaw piece and smacking it on the jigsaw. If you obviously don't go to the gym, sometimes that is grabbing a jigsaw piece. Rest is still important. But if you go in and you're not feeling 100%, and you feel a bit like shit, but you need to do something, doing those little things is like picking up a tiny piece of the jigsaw and place it on the picture. Those on days, yeah, granted, those on days is like picking up a massive piece of the jigsaw and placing it on the picture. But those off days are still picking up a piece. They're still creating that larger picture. And obviously that picture will never be finished. There's always going to be different pieces to add to it, and as we evolve and grow as humans and as people and as characters and as our souls, our bodies, or whatever. But I think there is benefit. In fact, I fucking know there is benefit in those off days as well, and you learn a lot, and you also can still benefit for the wider things. So don't necessarily be too hard on yourself, and use the art of auto-regulation. So how am I feeling today? All right, I feel like dog shit. Okay, probably not going to max out today. Yeah, and you do get those off days where it's like, well, I feel like dog shit, but I feel like dog shit mentally, and this is my church, so I'm going to wreck myself with some heavy weight, and that's fine. If your body feels good, but your mind is fucked, then you need to be able to know yourself in that situation and to be able to sort of regulate again through that. But that's, special circumstances. There's times where I feel pretty stressed out and I go in the gym and it's the best training session I've ever had. And there's also times where I've been stressed out and I've gone in the gym and the gym has made me super anxious and I just had to leave. So you need to be okay with whatever outcome that sort of situation puts you in. So team, hopefully that auto-regulation wee little ramble is going to help out. Again, any fucking topics or questions or whatever, hit me up. Alex Thomas Fit on Instagram, 80 Fit Coaching on Facebook, and I've finally got the same domain on the website, 80fitcoaching.com. It'll be on there. Team, have a fucking fantastic day. If you're not going to do anything, at least buy a stranger a green tea. Or fucking smile at them, give them a high five. No, that's probably a bit weird. They're going to be freaked out. But smile at them and, just do something nice for someone you don't know. Anyway, team, have a fucking cracking day. Take it easy, and I'll see you all later. Peace and love.